Hi guys, and welcome to my Shop My Stash round number 3. I don't have good consistency in terms of it going to be bi-weekly, or it's definitely not going to be weekly, but bi-weekly or monthly, so we're just going by rounds. You're going to be somewhere between 2 weeks and 3 weeks along. Let's just do a quick recap of what I pulled last week. So this is the Pretty Vulgar highlighter in Glimmers of BS. This is kind of like the Essence Pure Nude highlighter, but like amplified. Let me just do a swatch of the two side by side. Maybe I can show it. So hopefully you can see there on the left is the Pretty Vulgar, on the right is the Essence one, and the Pretty Vulgar one actually in person maybe looks slightly more pink toned, like it's got, I don't know. No, like they're kind of all pretty much the same tone, but you can see just even when I turn my hand, like it's the same but more. So if you like the Essence one but don't feel like it's enough, you come across the Pretty Vulgar one. I've seen people posting it or seeing it in like TJ Maxx and that. You might want to pick that one up. Yeah, I've enjoyed using this and I'm going to put it away and pick something new. So this Almay Velvet Foil Cream Shadow, I forgot to use this, so this is going to stay out. This Catrice Liquid Camouflage. I'm feeling like this one's getting kind of empty. I don't know if you can see near the bottom there. Like it's starting to really I'm getting some holes in it. Maybe you can see on the side there too. So this one's actually getting quite empty. So I'm pretty excited about that. But I am going to move on to something else. Maybe this will end up in a project pan at some point. So this is the Anastasia. I want to say it's like the cream gel dip brow. It's called dip brow, but it's like brow gel. It's okay. I think maybe if I had a slightly different color, like a little bit of a lighter color, I might like this. It's tricky for me to use this, but I didn't mind incorporating it with my project pan eyebrow pencil. It's not something though, I don't know if I would repurchase this, to be honest. I do personally like this better than the Essence one. I feel like this gives me a little bit more hold, and I feel like in a way the formula is slightly thinner than the Essence one, so for my like non-existent brows it works a little better. This is the Essence Metal Shock eyeshadow. Love this stuff. I think I wore it in a video. I just love the way this looks, and it's so cheap. Again, I keep talking about maybe getting more colors than this. I have 2 colors, but the 2 colors I have are the ones that I think I like the most. So yeah, enjoyed using this. I'm going to put it away. So the Natasha Denona Crystal Chrome Shadow, I only used this once. So I'm going to keep it out and remind myself I need to try it combined with other eyeshadows. The one time I used it, I just used it like on its own. I really quite liked it. For me, this works really well. It's very close to my own skin tone, like the undertone of this. So it sheared out quite nicely, like it blended out quite nicely. And it did wear, I feel like, during the day. Like I feel like it wasn't as intense by the end of the day as it was when I first tried it. But I didn't really feel like I had any glitter fallout. And I feel like the wear of this, again, because the undertone is very similar to my skin tone, it just sort of wore softly, like it blended quite well. I feel like I'm really lucked out because I know, like I said, I watched a lot of reviews on this. I know the reviews are not very good, but I feel like I really lucked out on a shade that works well for me. So I'm going to keep that out. Also, this Rimmel Radiance Brick, I feel like I only use this maybe once or twice, so I'm going to keep this out and use it a little bit more. I don't have a whole lot of bronzer, so I'm not too concerned about keeping this one out. The Benefit Cheek Leaders, I really only ever used this. I didn't really use these two, but I really like Dandelion. It's not a matte blush. It's got a bit of a sheen to it, so it looks quite nice for me. I don't mind a matte blush, but I'm always like pleasantly surprised by a blush that has a bit of sheen. It just looks really nice. I think it helps show some of the dimension on your face, but with a light sheen it doesn't really show the texture. I'll probably pull this out again at another point in the summertime so I can use these two because I feel like they're more summer-like shades for me. The Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. I love this primer. It's just, I feel like it's really good, especially if you have dry skin. It feels really nice. It's really just like another layer of moisturizer, it feels like, with a little bit of like extra. I just really enjoy using this. I don't know if it does a whole lot for me, but I enjoy using it, and that's half the battle. But I'm going to put this away and pick another one. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Eyeliner in Smoke. I don't know if I use this, so I'm going to keep this out to remind myself to use it. And this is the Gosh eyeliner in Pretty Pet Shop. Really enjoyed using this. I am going to put this one away because I did use it a few times. My only downside of this one is I wish it was a richer color. Like, it's kind of sheer, like slightly metallic like, so it doesn't have as much intensity. Like, I really feel like I have to build it up, but quite enjoyable to play with a color like that. Sort of like a blue teal metallic. This is the Dirty Little Secret lip liner in Rosy Posy. I mean, it's fine. I don't really care for this lip liner. It's very pink. It's very bright pink. I don't know if you can see that there. It's a really, really bright pink. If I had a similar lip liner, like a similar color lip liner and a better formula, I would get rid of this. But I don't, and this doesn't harm me keeping this. It's not like it takes up a lot of space, so I'm going to hang on to it. Like I had said in the last one, I might declutter it, but I'm not going to declutter it. But I am going to take it out of the picks for this round. This is the Viseart lip gloss that I got in my Lucky bag. I really enjoy this. It is kind of a deeper color, and I feel like we're on the cusp of transitioning to spring, so I'm going to take this out and pull something else. This is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in Lover. I love this formula. I know there's some people that don't like it, but for me, for some reason, this formula is one that I can put on and I forget that I'm wearing a liquid lipstick. Like, sometime when I wore this, I had this on like pretty much all day, and my lips do feel a bit dry, so in the afternoon I put on some lip balm, and then it dawned on me, I was like hours later, I was like, I think I had a liquid lip on. And it actually, putting the lip balm on it, I mean, it did make it more tacky and like the color would come off, but it actually worked out quite well. So I keep saying this, I eventually will buy more shades of this product. I only have 2 right now, but I do really like that formula. Enjoyed playing with these 2 lipsticks. The one on the left is MAC in Bokeh, I believe, and the one on the right is Pepper. They look actually fairly similar when I have them side to side on the camera here, but in person, Bokeh is much more brown. It's a bit lighter too. Pepper is like my perfect My Lips But Better shade. I just really enjoy that formula. I was a little concerned. I went to Bite's website and they don't have any of the Amuse Bouche lipsticks anymore. And they haven't released any new reformulated ones. I was like, are they not going to do it? But I saw, I want to say it was on Reddit, that they posted in their stories that they are working on a new formulation, and we should see some Amuse Bouche come back this year, and they're going to bring back some of their more popular shades. I'm hoping Pepper is in that list, and Honeycomb. So these were the single shadows that I pulled to use. I used all of them. This is in my project pan. I used all of these, so I'm comfortable putting them away, and I'll pull some new ones. That one's a ColourPop one, and these 2 are Cleona, and this is, I think, a NYX one. Also, still really enjoy using this. This is the Huda Beauty The Light Nudes. My bottom shade here was broken. You can see it just made a mess. I had to repress that one, but it's still kind of crumbly. I feel like the glimmery shades in this are similar to Charlotte Tilbury in the terms of you get that like iridescent sort of glow. Like the one day I think I was wearing, it was either this one or this one. Actually, no, I think it was a combination of these 2. And, you know, when you move and you see yourself in the light in the mirror, like, oh, it's like this sparkly, dusty fairy goodness. Like, I don't know, I really, really like that. I'm gonna say this once, and I'm gonna try not to say it again. I liked using this palette. I feel like I didn't use it enough. I wish I used it more, but it's time to put it away and pull some other palettes. But I do wish I could have used this one more, because I do really enjoy it. Can you just see how glittery that is out of focus? It's so beautiful. Okay, I promise, I'm gonna shut up about this palette. But again, another one that I really wish I could use more, because I like it and I want to keep playing with it, but I do need to put away. I do want to post, I don't know if I'll just post the picture or I'll post a little video. I did a look with this trio and with my Project Pan That palette, the Carly Bible Deluxe Edition. I can pretty much get a very similar look out of the 2 of them, which I find really interesting, because this is way more pricey than the Carly Bible one. But I did mention like these are smoother, so it blends really easily. Like I felt like it was, I had to put a bit more effort into the Carly Bible to make it look a little more blended and seamless. Also, the Carly Bible is a bit darker and maybe a bit more neutral tone, so it wasn't quite exactly the same in terms of tone. But yeah, I thought it was interesting because when I did wear this, I was like, holy crap, that's a lot like a look that I did out of my deluxe edition. So I decided to try and do a side by side just to kind of prove to myself that, yep, they were very similar. So anyway, this is a palette that if I have the opportunity, I might pull out again later this year. And the last palette I had picked was the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. This is one of my, I would say one of my all-time favorite palettes. I just really enjoy this palette. I enjoy the color scheme. It's cool and neutral. I can get neutral tones. I can get cool tones. A couple of pops of color that actually work as color. I did wear this shadow and this shadow in my brands I'd like to try video, and it just looked really pretty. I just really enjoy this palette. I prefer this palette actually over the original personally. If I had to fight to the death and I had to make a choice, I would save this one over the original one. But anyway, played with that enough, time to move on. So now we're gonna move on to this round's picks. Okay, we're gonna start this one off a little differently. I realized after my last rounds, I was like, I should be picking eyeshadow palettes first because that will help guide my other picks for the round. But I do want to start off this pick with pulling all my stuff from my Try Beauty box. So I have used one of these. This is the Inmo, what do you call it? Inmo by Magnolia. I think Magnolia was the person they partnered with for these. I did do a look with the Be Bella palette, which I'll talk about in a second, with this eyeshadow. Really like how that turned out, but I haven't tried this one on my eyeballs yet, so we're gonna play with those. This is the blush from Folly Fire. I called it Fully Fire when I first looked at it. Can you not see why I said fully? Anybody else see why I said fully? Anyway, this is the blush in the shade Guilty. So pretty excited to give this a go. It's kind of a little deep for what I'd like to wear now. Like I feel like this would be a better wintertime one, and now we're kind of easing out of winter, hopefully sooner rather than later. But I still want to play with this, so we're gonna play with this guy. Packaging's a little awkward. And yeah, this is not perfectly matte either. It's got a bit of like a gold shift to it, so it's really interesting. I really quite enjoy that. This drawer is like the mishmash drawer. It's kind of a mess. Let's just close that, and we're gonna pull the Be Bella palette. So I have worn this twice. I did wear it in a video. I can't remember which video it was. And then I did post an Instagram post with the red. All I wore was the red and this. This glitter is so pretty, yet such a pain in the ass. It was everywhere. Now I fully understand why people hate glitters, because it was a mess. It was everywhere. Like, I understand why they call like herpes or glitter the herpes of the craft world, because it was everywhere. And it sticks to everything. So it was just a huge pain to try and clean up. But man, that look turned out really pretty. If I wasn't so annoyed at this, if I didn't find it, I would play with it a lot more because it is quite beautiful. It's got like small glitters and big glitters. Like, it's really interesting, and it does have like a bit of a thickness to it, so yeah, it sticks really well on its own. But whew, and this red is so pretty. I was pretty excited to play with that red, and the look turned out maybe not exactly like I had hoped, but quite enjoyed that. The eyeshadow I wore in the other video that I wore this palette in was, I think I just wore this with that other liquid shadow. I might have pulled in a little bit of this shade. I haven't really fully explored this palette yet, so I definitely want to play with it a bit more. Again, it feels a bit deep. Like, this might be a better holiday palette. Even though it's supposed to be a Valentine's palette, it might be a better like Christmas type palette. But anyway, really happy with the quality of this so far. They have a couple other eyeshadows. They had another one on their website, like a Valentine's Day one. I think it was called like Sweethearts or something like that. It was still, as far as I can remember, it was still available in the pack, but I didn't really want to buy like the kit. I would have rather just get the palette. But the palette as a single wasn't available. But anyway, might keep my eye on that. Maybe I might pick it up in the future. We'll see. So this is my like main palette drawer, like the bigger palettes. I apologize that just the way I have things organized, it's hard to really, for you guys to see everything that's in here. Maybe this will get better we'll see. I still haven't quite figured out exactly my storage mechanisms. But anyway, I was already thinking about this one. I definitely want to pull this palette, the Sugar Twills. Wow, that was a big mix of words. Sugar Pill, Little Twin Stars palette. It's such a weird palette. There's only 6 shades in it, and they're massive. But when I tried this last year, I was so impressed with this palette. I really, really liked the shadows. The one that I need to play with is this one, which I haven't really played with a whole lot. I'm kind of in the mood for experimenting with some colors, so I'm going to pull this one. This is the Color Workshop eyeshadow palette. It's that super cheap eyeshadow or super cheap makeup brand. I did a big video on this. It was like from a big kit. I was quite surprised with the quality of these, so I'm just intrigued to play with these this month for some reason, so we're gonna pull that. Okay, honestly, I have no idea why I have these organized the way they are. I think I want to maybe move all my eyeshadows over to this or vice versa. I sort of have things just like spread around and I have no idea why, but let's pull some shadows. So, kind of feel like playing with this one. This is Cryosphere from Cleona. And maybe... Oh, I did want to show you this. So the palette, my palette that I depotted, the Real Her one, those are the 4 shades that I kept. It's this nice little quint, or no, quad quint. Why did I say quint? Holy, I think I need to like go for a nap or something. Nice little quad there. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. This is like bubbled up in the middle. What the heck, man? Anyway, I think I want to pull this one too. This is Toadstool from Cleona. I think that's it. I think just the 2. That's fine. I don't need to pull any more. Okay, this is the face drawer essentially. So blushes, highlighters, face powders, some bronzers, and then primers. There's a couple powders stuck in the back there. So, primer. Feel like I haven't used this one in a while. So let's go with this one. This is the No Problem. Oh my god, I can't say this every freaking time. No Problem Prime Essence. So I do have the other No Problem primer, the regular one. So pull that one. I think I want to pull, it's way in the back here, this little highlighter. This is the Becca Moonstone highlighter. I've had this for a long time. This was in a previous project pan. Got a nice size pan in there. So yeah, got a good size pan in that highlighter. I think I'm gonna pull, I never use this. It's something that I want to declutter. I've almost put it in a project pan. This is the Bare Minerals. It's sort of like 2 powders. They're supposed to be translucent. I've used the matte one a fair amount, but not this one's called the Glow. So let's play with this. Came in like a BoxyCharm eons ago. So I'm not gonna pull any, wow, this is really shaky. I'm not gonna pull any face palettes, but this is the rest of my eye stuff. So let's pull some eye stuff. I'm gonna pull this. This is the Ciate Fierce Flicks. I wore this in a video not too long ago. I think it was in the video. If not, I tried playing with this for something. I think maybe I was trying to do a makeup look. And it was so refreshing to use an eyeliner that actually worked compared to when I was like draining the life out of the Fenty eyeliner at the end of last year. So I definitely want to play with this some more. I also want to play with this some more. This is the Urban Decay Brow Blade. I think the issue that I have with this mostly is it's not the right shade. I have it in Brunette Betty, which is kind of warm, although my hair is a bit red undertoned right now, so it might actually work better. But compared to when I bought it, I just felt like the shade was off. But I want to play with this more, particularly there's a pencil on one side, but particularly the pen. So hopefully you can see that, and you can see it's pretty warm. I just was watching a video, I think it was Terra Babies, and she had a different shade, and it looked more cool tone. I was like, that's probably what I needed. Okay, liners. This is always fun for me. I love them. I even love this sound. It reminds me of like pencil crayons when I was a child. Or even now. I still have pencil crayons now. I'm going to pull this one. This is the Douce one, and it's just the shade blue. It's super bright. I don't know. I'm just feeling it. I'm feeling it. I want to try it. I want to play with it. And I feel like I need to pull a brown. I have a black, my little black one that I'm using. I'm going to pull this one out. I might just keep this out. This is the Milani Stay Put eyeliner in Hooked on Espresso, one of my favorite eyeliners. But yeah, because I tend to kind of waver between brown and black eyeliner. I don't always like to wear black, so I might end up keeping that out. I think that's it for now. Okay, lip products. So I do have my lip project pan that's going on. I feel like I've slowed down a little bit on it since my last update. But I do want to pick maybe 2 lip products. So the one I was definitely thinking of was this one. No, not this one. Not that one. Not that one either. Maybe I don't have it up here. Maybe it's in the drawer. I think it might be in the drawer. So what I was thinking of is not here. Oh no, there it is. It's just short. Couldn't see it. It's this one. So this is the Bare Minerals. I think it's called a lip gloss, but it's very like pigmented. Cannot read. Heartbreaker is the name of this one. Really, really enjoy this. It's a beautiful color. And I think because I have some potentially colorful eyeshadows, I'm going to go for another neutral lipstick instead. This is the Maybelline, the one that I just bought in December. It's in the shade 117 Bare Reveal. The interesting thing about this is I'm having a hard time finding this shade online. I don't know. It seems like they kind of released a nude set for a while, like a nude collection that was part of this formula. But it's a bit of a mishmash, and I don't know if it was just maybe this number or this color was named in different countries, because it seems to be really hard to find this shade online. But I bought this in store, like it wasn't even like a discount thing. But anyway, that's the shade right there. I'll show a swatch with everything later. Okay, and the last section to go through is this. I'm not going to pull any foundations because I'm still testing the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation that I talked about in my last video. I don't think I'm going to pull any lip liners at this point. Yeah, no, I'm not going to pull any lip liners at this point either, and these lip products, they're just going to stay there. Concealer though. I want to pull a concealer. So I think, to be honest, I already have a million open, but I'm going to open this. This is the L'Oreal Age Rewind. This packaging is the old packaging because I did buy this quite some time ago and just never opened it. I know they've changed the packaging. Apparently rumors are they've changed the formula. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to use that. I'm going to pull this out. This is one of the samples I got from Pure Nata. This is an ethereal. It's very like white based. I think it might work really well with some of the colorful stuff that I've pulled. So I'm going to pull that out. And then this is the bottom eyeshadow drawer. I don't think I'm going to pull any of these right now. Well, you know what? I might pull, let me go back here. This one. Let's do this one. This is the shade Meerkat from Fairnay. It's a loose shadow. Really, really pretty. You can see it in the lid there. It's a beautiful purple color. So, be a fun one to play with, I think. I hope. Okay, here are some swatches. The two closest to my wrist are the Cliona ones, Cryosphere and Toadstool. The purple one is Meerkat. The one next to that, I don't know how well you can see it on my skin. It is the ethereal one. I'll try and maybe take another angle of that one, and the one next to it is Moonstone. Then the two liners are the Milani liner and the Douce liner. Then I just did some arbitrary swatching of some things. Or sorry, not arbitrary. These are the two lipsticks. So the first one is that Maybelline lipstick, and then this one is that Bare Minerals lip gloss. these four are sort of the arbitrary shades from the Colorful palette, this one, and then I did 3 arbitrary shades from the this little guy right here, Twin Stars one. I didn't do any swatches of products that I've already done swatches for, and I didn't swatch the Bed of Roses palette. I did a big swatch of that in my video for that, so if you want to see swatches for that, you can check that out. And I don't know if I put swatches on my Instagram, but if not, I will put swatches on my Instagram. So yeah, that's today's pick. Put everything away and wrap up today's video.